Okay, so today we're going to be subtracting fractions. In order to subtract fractions, we must have a common denominator. The easiest way to get a common denominator is to multiply both denominators and get a number that both of them can go into. So here we have denominators of 9 and 10. So if we multiply 9 times 10, that would give me 90. So what we need to do is create equivalent fractions. So 3 over 9 and 3 over 10, we want equivalent fractions that can turn them into something that has a denominator of 90, right? And where did 90 come from? 9 times 10. So I took these two denominators, multiplied them together, and got 90. So now I need to create an equivalent fraction. How do I do that? Well, in order to go from 9 to 90, what do I need to multiply 9 by? I need to multiply 9 by 10, right? Now, whatever I do to the denominator, I must do to the numerator. So whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top, okay? So if I multiplied 9 times 10 to get 90, then I need to multiply 3 times 10 to get what? 30. So now 3 over 9, an equivalent fraction is 30 over 90. Let's do the same thing here. In order to go from 10 to 90, what do I need to multiply by? By 9, right? Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So I need to multiply the top, the numerator, by 9. 3 times 9 is what? 27, right? So 3 over 9 equals 30 over 90. That's an equivalent fraction. 3 over 10 equals 27 over 90. And now 30 over 90, 27 over 90, they have the same denominator, right? So now I can subtract, right? So now this problem turns into 30 over 90 minus 27 over 90. What would that equal? Well, the denominator is going to be 90. And what is 27 minus 30 minus 27, rather? So 30 minus 27 is what? 3. So now I have my final answer. It's not a simplified fraction yet, but I have turned 9 and 10 into a common denominator of 90. 30 minus 27 is 3 over 90. Okay? All right, let's try another problem. All right, we'll try this problem here. Three over 7 minus 2 over 5, right? Can we subtract these? No, they do not have a common denominator. So in order to get a common denominator, again, the easiest way is just to multiply both denominators together. So 7 times 5 gives me what? 35. So let's set these up, equivalent fractions, with 35 as their new denominator. So 3 over 7 needs to be something over 35, and 2 over 5 needs to be something over 35. What is that something? We need to figure it out now. Okay, so in order to go from 7 to 35, I need to multiply by what? By 5, right? Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 3 times 5 is what? 15. So here's my equivalent fraction, 15 over 35. 5, what do I need to multiply to get 35? 7. So whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 2 times 7 is what? 14. And great, now I have equivalent fractions. So 3 over 7 is really what? 15 over 35. 2 over 5 is really what? 14 over 35, right? So I've just turned this problem into this problem. They're equivalent fractions, right? I didn't do anything but multiply the top and the bottom by the same number. So I haven't changed the fraction, I just made an equivalent fraction. So 15 minus 14, right? The denominator is going to be 35. 15 minus 14 is what? 1. So that's the final answer, okay? Again, in subtracting fractions, we must have a common denominator. Once we create equivalent fractions, right? Equivalent fractions with that common denominator, then we can subtract. Okay? Make sense? All right, one final problem here. One final problem. Okay, let's try this. 3 over 6 minus 4 over 9. Can I subtract these right away? No, I don't have equivalent fractions. So in order to get equivalent fractions, right, a common denominator, what can I do? I can multiply 6 times 9. What is 6 times 9? 54. Okay, so let's just use 54 as the common denominator. So what do I need to do? Set up equivalent fractions with 54 as the denominator. Okay, in order to go from 6 to 54, what do I need to multiply by? 9, right? Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the, you got it, top. So 3 times 9 is what? 27. Okay, there's my equivalent fraction. To go from 9 to 54, what do I multiply by? 6. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the, you got it, top. 4 times 6 is what? 24. Yay, I have my equivalent fractions. So this problem turns into what? 27 over 54 minus 24 over 54, equivalent fractions, remember, they're the same number because I multiplied the top and the bottom by the same number, they're equivalent. So now I can subtract. Okay, so my denominator is going to be 54. 27 minus 24 is what? 3. Okay, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is our answer. Okay, all right. Hopefully this helped. Take care until next time. Bye.